Good day. Today, let's try to understand a little bit about WordPress admin dashboard. So first, let me give you overview about what are the things available in the WordPress dashboard. Left side menu, you see here all the options available. These options will change based on the plugins you install and based on the themes you install. So here, what we need to do here is just at least try to understand what is what. So when you click on the dashboard, you will be able to see the dashboard with all the details necessary to the website. If you are installing more plugins, you will see the information of those plugins, or if you are installing charts or something like that, you'll be able to see all the info here. Anyhow, so you have updates and everything. Since we are not going to in detail, we're not going to go through all the updates or any plugin installation or theme installation here. We'll be going through only the theme related stuff here today. So now go to LearnPress. This is a plugin which we install. After install only, you will get an option. So once you go to LearnPress, you will see courses, lessons, quiz, questions, orders, categories. You will be able to do whatever the stuff you want. Let's say you want to add a course, go ahead to the course. You want to add lesson to the specific course, you go ahead and lesson. Once you click on the lesson, you will be able to add lesson to the course. So now I wanted to go to only talk about under pages home page, how to edit content in the home page. So this is our goal today. Let's go to home page. All I did is click on the pages, and since we have so many pages, I started searching by clicking on the home search page. Come here, click on the edit button, or you can do edit with Elementor also, but I just wanted to show you how the usual edit page should look alike. So this is the editor. By default, it is provided by the WordPress editor, which is called Gutenberg editor. So you have all the options you can see here. Once you click on that, you'll be able to see all the options. But this page is being edited using Elementor. So that's the reason you are not seeing many options here, because everything is done in the Elementor editor. That's the reason we need to have Elementor in our application, so that we will be able to do changes accordingly. So now I'm clicking on the edit with Elementor. So do I have to click 2 times like edit the page? No, you have an option in the top. I will show you where you can click on the edit with page Elementor. With Elementor, you will be able to come here directly. So I just give you a quick overview about the Elementor. This is the overall page of the Elementor. Right side, as you can see, the navigator. This is where you understand the layers of the application, layers of the website, like section basis, like section 1, section 2, section 3, section 4. If you want to check how which section it is, you can go ahead. So you should be able to do you should be able to edit each and every section either by right clicking on click on the edit, or you can simply click on the section. So anyhow, this is the section navigator. Sometimes when you log in, probably you may not see this navigator. No need to worry here. Come down to the left bottom. Here you have a navigator option, as you can see here. So click on this navigator. As you can see, the right side navigator has been disappeared. So now click again. So you can see the navigator has been come. So consider that if you're working with the Photoshop, any other software, you have a layer section, right? Maybe consider that as a layer. But here we call this as a navigator. So obviously for Elementor, you have a lot of settings. We're not going through each and everything. You have a responsive mode. We're not going to go in detail here, but at least we'll try to go through how to change the content. But anyhow, I'll give you a little bit overview on this section. Here, as you can see, this is first one is the layout, style, advanced. So basically, whenever you select any section, you will see these 3 options. One is the layout, style, advanced, but usually you should see content here instead of layout. I think that is because you clicked on the settings. Just go ahead, click on here, edit selection, and click here, click here, click here. So as you can see here, there is a difference when you click on the section. So basically it is talking about the layout, like if you are creating a row and columns, something like that, right? So basically when you select a element, HTML element, which is section or column, you will see these options: layout, style, advanced. But when you select a element like slide, not HTML element, but WordPress element or Elementor element or theme element, whatever it is, you will be seeing a lot of elements here. Depends on the plugins, themes you installed. So I will show you that in a moment where you can find it here. But just click on the element, like which is slider revolution 6. as you can see, you have an option available under content. You have an option where you can actually edit the slider itself. Okay, so before that, I just wanted to show you a little bit about where you can find these elements and how do you add all that stuff. But let me quickly go through it. Click on that. So this is where you find all the elements available in the system in your WordPress. See, the reason you are seeing all those elements under LearnPress, under Shop Builder, all these are available only because you have installed plugins related to it. Otherwise, you may not able to see all these options. So right now we have installed Elementor Pro in this website. That's the reason you are able to do all this stuff. But by default, with a normal Elementor, you will not be able to do this much. There is a definitely limitation is there, but now you don't have any limitation. You can do whatever the changes you want as per your requirement. So this is actually where you go ahead and add elements to the sections. So I guess since I have already added the sections to the website, all you need to do is change content to each and every section. So let's go click on this section here. As you can see, when I click on the section, I see only layout here. But when I click on the column, of course, I'll see layout here because it is column related. But this is the original content. This is the content resides inside these elements. Slider revolution. Click on that and go ahead. See, usually you will find here itself you can change the text and everything. But since this is a slider which is installed separately and added to this section, so slider has its own interface, so that by clicking on the edit module, you'll be able to go ahead and edit the slider module. I think for the sake of simplicity, I'll just go to the next section. I'll come back here in a moment. For the sake of simplicity, I'll just go back to the next section, click on the RT section title. As you can see here immediately, I can see this RT section title has been selected, and also this has been highlighted. So when you click on the RT selection, as you can see here, the color, this is highlighted color. And in the left side, you have a content is readily available. Someone is already typed here. That's the reason we're seeing this, trusted by over 13,400 students and organizations recommended around the world. So you should be able to change the text. Probably you can say around the Andhra Pradesh. I'm just, uh, for the sake of editing purpose, I'm showing you here, demonstration purpose. You can go ahead, do changes however you want to this text, and you will be able to do this. And of course, you will be able to do changes to the colors also under style. But I think it takes time for you to understand the concept of all these things. You don't need to worry about that, since I am going to work on the color section and everything. So just focus on the content. So you can go ahead and change the content however you want. So right now, obviously, RT logo grid color. Click on this. Similar, very similar to it. Just click on this. Come inside. Come to the left side. As you can see, content style advanced content. Under content, you have a logo grid. Logo slider also available. If you want a slider, you can go ahead and select a slider as well. I don't want to change anything by default. Let it be there. So all I can do is, we have items here. You can add as many logos as you want. All I need to do is click add item. You will be able to add a new logo. But let's go ahead, click on the item one. See here, this is where actually you have the image available. You should be able to change the logo image. As you can see, you might be wondering, hey, I have color photo here, but here I don't have a color. That's because on mouse over you will see the color. That's effect. That gray effect is been given by the style itself. You will find it under style. But again, I don't want you to recommend to go and change the style, because it'll take some time for you to understand, do the changes, because you'll be able to do global changes, you'll be able to do local changes. So it's a little bit complicated than usual. But I think just please stick to the content, at least for now. But later we'll do color changes or training on color changes as well. Let's go ahead, choose the image and select, and done. Item 1 color is been changed. If you want to give a URL, go ahead and give it to the URL. Or else if you don't want to give, just give a hash, or you can simply remove the hash element also, so that you don't find this link element. But only the problem is we have given some hover effect, right? So let it be hash there, so that it will be available. So now you understand how to change the content of each and every section, right? It is very much similar to each and every section. Go ahead, go click on the column and section title. As you see here, it is selected here, and go ahead and change the content. and go ahead, RT post slider, come here. As you can see, this is a poster slider, which is a blog basically. You should be able to select whatever the content you want here. You wanted to have a different layout, go ahead, select a different layout. I recommend don't do changes all these things initially. At least you can focus on the content. Probably you can change the text of these titles and everything. Obviously when you change when you create blogs and assign categories, obviously it will display all the blogs here. So I guess we don't have a control over which category blog we can display here. Let me check quickly here. So we have a sliders, autoplay, query settings, and a recent post. There you go. You should be able to select the categories and posts. So you should be able to control what you are displaying under here. Under query settings, category, you should be able to select category, or if you want to select a post, go ahead, select a post and select accordingly. So if you don't select any category here, obviously it's going to display all the posts. And if you select a specific category, it's going to display the post which is specific to that category. Obviously, always please remember, whenever you do some changes to it, at the bottom you have an update option. Click on the update option. You should be able to update the changes you make. So, and of course, obviously, let's go ahead, check another section. It's actually, every section is pretty much similar. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. uh, Go ahead, click on the RT info box. As you can see here, RT info box. Let me click on this section so that which section this is highlighted, as you can see here. And go ahead, RT info box. When I click on the RT info box, as you can see here, it is highlighted. See, you should be able to change the icon, you should be able to change the text, you should be able to change the title. You'll be able to do everything, and you'll be able to add button to this section as well if you want. But I don't recommend it again, because it all depends on how you want to design. Again, you want to do, if you enable this, you need to go ahead and change this padding settings, margin settings to this button, so that it won't uh, look little odd or out of the sight, out of the focus, out of the balancing, whatever it is. So we should be able to do whatever the requirement, of course. Let's go. I think that's enough for right now for regarding these sections. It's almost all the sections are pretty much similar and straightforward. You should be able to do changes here in the left side when you select a specific element. So you remember, this is a section. You will see layout option. Click on the column, you will see layout option. But if you select specific element, which is uh, installed by with the when you install template, these elements came along with the template. You should be able to do the changes here. So I strongly recommend, do not add any items or sections to this using here using these elements. Like, you should be able to do. I can give you a free playground, a template or demo website or something, then if you want to practice. But I think I strongly recommend, please do changes to the text itself. So if you want to move, let's say for example, hey, I wanted to move above this section to above. All I can do is simply drag and drop. You should be able to move it easily on top to the bottom. Okay, that's pretty straightforward. In any case, if you feel like you are, it's actually sometimes what happens is, probably you need to be a little bit careful with this drag and dropping. So while you're drag and dropping, probably it may not happen once, but you just go ahead and try again. It will definitely move to the up and down. You just need to click on a left click and then drag and drop, just like any other tools. So this is how about changing the content in these sections, in the each and every section element. So right now let's go to the slider revolution again. Come back here. This is a bit different than others. That's the reason I'm taking it last. So right now click on the slider revolution. Go ahead, click on the edit module. So obviously, right? So since I have already created a module, there is only one module, and that's the reason you should be able to, if I select a module, click on select module, I see only one module which I have created for you by default. And if you want if you create more module, you should be able to create a different module. Module here means a slider template. So this is a one template. If you install more modules, there is a possibility that we have all items available. But I think this is good enough for our requirements. So basically, you can use this for your requirement. And no worries about the color changes. I'll take care of the color changes. You just please focus on the content. So again, I'm clicking on the edit module. So click on the edit module. We will do the another session on color changes in the next video. Probably you will see in part 2. Go ahead and check here. See, the minute I edit module, as you can see here, I click on the edit module, it opens a new tab, obviously, because it has its own interface and everything. This is completely dedicated to the slider which we install. Whatever the changes you made, you made here, you need to make sure that click on the save at the bottom here. Once you're done with the saving here, you need to go ahead, click here, update here as well, just for the sake of I don't know, sometimes it's not reflecting, sometimes it is reflecting. It is, so you can do that as well. But anyhow, this save button is really important. Once you do the changes, you'll be able to do save. So you can play around with animations, whatever it is you want. That's absolutely your wish, but I strongly recommend again, if you wanna do it quickly, do it again, do the changes. And if you want to play around, feel free to play around. Since I've not done much here, I've just added title, description. That's it. So you can go ahead and colors. Obviously, I will do the changes. But if you want to do click here, you can go to click on the style. You will be able to do the changes here in the colors. So obviously, this image needs to be replaced. If you want to replace the image, click on the image, and you should be able to change here. Click on the content. Of course, you need to do to see. Click on the media library. You should be able to change the specific image or different image, whatever the image you want. Let's say I wanted to add this image instead of that image. I can do that quickly. So it is recommended that we have a background free photo for this section. It's actually the design itself built for that. So it's good if we can install, if we can import background free image. And now this is here, as you can see here, sliders on the top here, slides. Slide 1, slide 2, you have 2 slides here. I've given the same. You can go ahead and change the content and images according to your requirement. So now, if you want a new slider, let's say you have 3 more slides to add, all you can do is go ahead, come here, any one of the slides, just mouse over, come here, you see here this copy symbol. The minute you click, it will actually duplicate the slider. Let's say, let me click for you. So I just clicked on that. As you can see, this leads, the third slide is added. So you'll be able to add as many slides as you want and with the same design, so that we don't want to, we also maintain the consistency. Since we are adding multiple instructors, you can go ahead, if you have a six top instructors you have, just go ahead and add all 6 top instructors by adding the 6 layers, 6 sliders. Okay, so feel free if you have any questions. This is all animations, no need to worry about this. This is again, you don't want to spend a lot of time on designing animation, all that stuff, since pretty much default setup, everything is done. So all you need to do is go ahead, change the text accordingly. If you don't want the button, just you can simply select it and delete it. Just let me know, or I can do that as well. As I said, colors, if you want to change, go ahead, click on the style. Once you select the item, click on the style, you'll be able to change the colors. But of course, I'll be doing that for you. So I think you can focus on the change in the content. So yeah, so once you save, obviously you need to click on the save and come back here. I mean, let's for the sake of testing, go ahead and check cinemaplanet.in. Do we have 3 slides or 2 slides? Whether the slider is changed, updated or not, you'll be able to see here. As you can see, the 3rd slide is added. So which means you don't need to come here and update here again. Just slider, saving in the slider revolution is good enough for you. Since I am done with this section, I'm just closing it because it will avoid a lot of confusion. I'm just closing that and coming back to the home page edit section. Okay, so yeah, that's it. At least you understand basic things, how to change the content, where to change the content. Feel free to ask me if you have any quick questions. Go ahead, give a call or WhatsApp me. I'll help you however you want. Thank you. Have a great day.